Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about one of the most common yet most confusing real-life English situations: how to speak English at a restaurant. Imagine this. You are sitting at a nice place, the lights are soft, there's background music, people are chatting around you, and a waiter is standing right in front of you, waiting for you to say something, and your mind just goes blank. You want to sound confident, but you don't want to make mistakes. Right? I know that feeling. I've been there too, and today I want to make sure that never happens to you again. The truth is, restaurant English is not hard. It just needs a little bit of confidence, a few simple sentences, and a friendly smile. So let's start from the very beginning. Imagine you're planning to go out for dinner, maybe with a friend or maybe alone. You found a nice restaurant online, and you decide to go. When you arrive at the entrance, you see a person standing at the front desk that's usually the host or the receptionist. This is your first interaction, so smile, be polite, and say something like, "Good evening, I have a reservation for 2 under the name Alex." Or if you don't have a booking, you can say, "Good evening, table for 1, please," or "Table for 2, please." These are the most natural ways to start a restaurant conversation. Now, the host might respond with something like, "Of course, please follow me," or "Sure, this way, please." And they'll walk you to your table when you sit down. Always remember to say thank you. It's a small word, but it makes you sound polite and confident. Then they'll hand you the menu. Sometimes they'll also say your waiter will be with you shortly, which means your server will come soon. Now, this is the moment where most people panic. You look at the menu. There are so many words, maybe some you don't understand, but here's the secret. You don't have to understand every word. You just need to know how to ask politely. So if you see something unfamiliar, just ask the waiter later by saying, "Excuse me, could you please tell me what this dish includes?" Or you can say, "What do you recommend?" That's a really natural and friendly way to talk to a waiter. While you're waiting, you can start by ordering a drink. When the waiter comes, they'll usually ask, "Would you like something to drink?" You can simply say, "Yes, please, I'd like a glass of water," or "I'll have a lemonade." Or if you want to sound a little more natural, you can say, "I'll start with a glass of water, please," or "Could I get an iced coffee?" These little details make you sound like a native speaker when the waiter leaves. You can take your time reading the menu, don't rush. The most important thing is to stay calm and look confident, even if you are thinking hard inside. After a few minutes, the waiter might come back and ask, "Are you ready to order?" And if you're not ready yet, just smile and say, "Not yet, I need a few more minutes." It sounds polite and natural. Or you can say, "I'm still deciding." Thank you. Now, when you're ready to order, this is the main moment. This is where you want to sound clear and confident. First, call the waiter politely. You can say, "Excuse me, we're ready to order," or "Excuse me, could I order now?" And when you're placing your order, remember to use "I'd like" or "I'll have." These are polite ways to say what you want. So, for example, you can say, "I'd like the grilled chicken with rice, please," or "I'll have the pasta with creamy mushroom sauce, please." You can also add extras, like, "Could I have a side of fries?" or "Can I get extra sauce, please?" And if you want to check what something means, don't hesitate to ask. You can say, "Does this dish come with salad?" or "Is it spicy?" or "Is it sweet?" These are the kind of questions people ask naturally in English, and they make your conversation sound smooth. Let's take a small example. Imagine this situation. Waiter says, "Are you ready to order?" And you say, "Yes. Please, I'll have the grilled chicken with mashed potatoes, and could I get some extra sauce on the side?" The waiter says, "Of course, anything to drink." And you say, "Yes, please, I'll have a cold coffee." That's it. Short. Simple, confident, and polite. When the waiter leaves, they'll often say, "Your order will be right up," which means your food will be served soon while you wait. You can make some small talk with your friend, or if you're alone, you can just observe how people communicate around you. Notice how polite everyone sounds, how they use "please," "thank you," "excuse me" all the time. These small phrases are the real power of spoken English. Sometimes the waiter might come back to ask, "How's everything?" or "Would you like anything else?" That's when you can say, "Everything's great," "Thank you," or "No, I'm good for now." "Thank you so far, everything's going well, right?" And the best part is, you're doing it all in English. So while you're waiting for your food, you can even practice in your head how you'll respond when the food arrives. You can think, what if the waiter asks, "Would you like some ketchup?" or "Would you like to try our special sauce?" You can answer politely, "Yes, please, that would be great," or "No, thank you, I'm fine." This is how real English works. It's not about big vocabulary, it's about the small natural details. You can also compliment the waiter or the restaurant. If you want to sound friendly, you can say, "This place has a really nice atmosphere," or "The music here is lovely," or "I love the way the food smells." It shows confidence and friendliness. When your food finally arrives, the waiter will usually say, "Here you go, enjoy your meal," or "Here's your order," and that's your cue to smile and say "Thank you very much," or "Thank you, it looks delicious." That little appreciation makes people happy and makes your English sound natural. You can even make small comments like, "Wow, this looks amazing," or "I've been wanting to try this for so long." Those natural reactions make your speech more expressive and human. As you eat, try to stay polite. Don't talk with your mouth full if you need something. Use phrases like, "Excuse me, could I get some more napkins, please?" or "Can I have another glass of water, please?" Those are common and polite. Now, sometimes maybe the food isn't perfect. Maybe it's too salty or too cold in that case. Don't get angry. Just speak calmly and politely. You can say, "Excuse me, my food is a bit cold. Could you please warm it up?" Or, "Excuse me, this isn't what I ordered. Could you please check it again?" You see how polite that sounds. English is all about tone, not just words. When you speak politely, even complaints sound respectful, and the staff will usually fix it quickly if the food is really good. You can also say compliments to the chef, or "That was absolutely delicious." "Thank you so much." That's something native speakers say a lot, and it always sounds kind and confident. So by now, you've already done half of your restaurant experience. You entered, you ordered, you spoke with confidence, and you're enjoying your food, and most importantly, you're speaking fluent, natural English.